This father and son duo came from North Carolina to see tonight's game. Diego is a Warrior fan. Dad, not so much.
We're getting along so far because everything's going my way. Too big, too strong. We really need the crowd behind us. That's why I'm here, to give us that extra boost and get us over the hump. Take total control tonight.
We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
Tavares Jordan.
I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talking pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the halls. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talking pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the halls. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. Yeah, this is a major play. We do it big in a major way. Diego be having the pick of the day. Here we come, don't care if you ready. We them boys, the gold is heavy. Top picks like cheese, no shredded. Number one is where we headed. I'm a grizzly and bear like Desmond. I'm a Steeler, no saint, no reverend. Making plays is our profession. Do it big, it's now or never. I got game like I'm moving clever. We be reaching all different levels. Never breaking, we hitting the pedal. Right on time, we riding on schedule. I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talking pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the halls. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talking pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the halls. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. Yeah. Come join the winning team. Winner circle. Pick 'em pros.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros, coming back at you in the house with a special episode of Who You Got, father-son dynamic duo. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thanksgiving.
It is.
Panthers on a roll. Everything's great.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. We're on a roll.
Are they? So did I miss something? Did the Panthers actually win?
No, we were close, okay?
Okay.
We were close.
We're close. Okay.
That's
So
all
close.
right.
We're going by
Super Bowl
close
champions,
now.
I'll take that.
Okay. We're going by close now. All right. Okay. New standard. New standard here on Pick'em Pros, apparently.
Yeah. Well, when you play the Chiefs, you're not going to have the refs on your side. That's going to be a pretty hard game. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, we will definitely get into all of that. We've got an absolute fire show for you today here. Be about an hour or so. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. We are going to preview week 13. We've got some great games this week. We're going to talk about the NFL MVP race. We're going to talk about the Commanders. Did we overreact to the Commanders a little bit? Who's the top rookie QB right now? If you were to draft today, who would that be? And again, the biggest news, we've got our special guest, Bryanna, joining us for our show this week. So we cannot wait to hear her take. She's up and coming. See what we do here with Pick'em Pros. You know, not only do we pick games, we're pros at that, but we also are pros in picking those that are going to be big in this industry. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we've had our guy, Christopher Davis, on many weeks. Look forward to seeing Chris on in the next week or so. But this week, we are featuring another up-and-coming star, which is Bryanna. So you're seeing her first here on Pick'em Pros. That's how we do it, man.
Yep, that's what we do.
You know, we also, being ahead of the curve, we are ahead of the curve with Thanksgiving. See, a lot of y'all are missing on how to do Thanksgiving the right way. See, we've already had Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, we have.
We ate it yesterday.
Ahead of the game.
We ate it yesterday. So we're on leftovers right now. So, you know, we're going to be sitting back chilling, watching the Lions have potentially a beat down today and whatnot. And we're going to be on leftovers. So it's kind of another part of our strategy, being ahead of the curve. All right. Well, let's get into it. We know you're waiting for our special guest. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in Bryanna. What's going on?
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yes, yes. So you ready for a big meal later today?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna like the most, but I'm excited for all of it.
All of it. Oh yeah, yeah, all of it. Cannot go wrong. Yeah, we had a great Thanksgiving. We had plenty of things. We even added duck to the menu.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
year.
that's
So, yeah, we added duck. That was a big hit. Big shout out to my mom. Thank you for doing that. I know you had a lot to do, and she graciously added that on. And Dad put the turkey on the grill, so we had smoked turkey. So it was good. It was great time.
That's good.
All right. Well, hey, Bryanna, before we go into everything and we talk about this MVP race, first, I would just love to introduce you to our group. Again, we know that you are covering a lot of sports. We've seen some of your packages that you're working on, doing a great job with that. And, you know, going to be going off to college. And, you know, I can definitely see, I know you said that NFL is, you know, one of your favorite sports. So I could definitely see, you know, NFL Network, ESPN, you know, or just the Bryanna show. So many things we can see in the future. So it's going to be cool to look back at this, you know, many years from now. Not many years, or actually it doesn't take that long, a few years from now, and seeing that the first podcast was here on Pick'em Pros. But we understand you're out on the West Coast, and we see the Cardinals football and whatnot. Tell us a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, Buda Baker, Larry Fitzgerald.
Ooh, yeah, Buda, yeah, Fitzgerald. Yeah, he was a legend out there for sure.
Seriously.
Yeah, we were at camp in our intro. We were at the training camp last year. We happened to be in Arizona during summertime. We were able to get by there and catch the camp, get some signed autographs, and yeah, really cool time. We'd love to get down there and catch a game. But yeah, so Cardinals, they're you know, hometown team. But do you have any other big teams that you pull for?
The Lions.
Lions. Okay, Detroit Lions. Yeah, well, the family will be really happy to hear that. We got some more Lions fans. All right, cool. Lions. Great. So you tell us just you know, quickly about you know, your budding career and what you're looking to do over the next couple of years.
Yeah, so this year I'm a senior in high school. Next fall I want to go to ASU, study in sports journalism, and kind of just put my foot in the door and hopefully get a career out of this and make it big, you know. So
all right, we can definitely see it. Well, we can't wait to hear your takes. We have, when we get to our week 13 games, we have there's 16 games everyone plays this week. There's 11 that we agree on. There's 5 that we disagree on. Can't wait to hear your takes on that as well as everything. But before we go into the MVP race, as many people know with Pick'em Pros, what we do is we're not a sports gambling show, although with our name you might think that. What we actually do is we just want people to have more investment in the game from the standpoint of causes benefiting based on our picks. So we wanted you to pick a cause that we can all play for and team up for this week. Tell us a little bit about the cause that you chose for us this week.
Yeah, so I chose Paz de Cristo. It's a Christian shelter, really. They help the homeless. They feed them, they clothe them, they house them, they help them get jobs. And it's pretty local here in Arizona. They've helped over 22,000 people, and it started in 1988.
Wow, okay. All right. Well, it's going to be fun to be able to help them out a little bit. Now's a great time to be able to do that by it being Thanksgiving season. So we've got the website down below. So I want everyone to check them out, especially, you know, donate on your own. Giving Tuesday's coming up. So we want everyone to definitely send some funds their way and help them out. But what we're going to do, just from you being here, we've already got 200 going to this cause. So that's already set. That's the bottom. So shout out for that. But we're going to have different bonuses throughout the show that may add a little more to where we might be able to raise that a little bit. So as we get into our picks, we'll touch on that. But we're already at 200. So we're good on that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, let's get into it. You ready to talk NFL MVP? All right. Well, let's go, man. Diego, kick us off, man. So NFL MVP race. We touched on this about 2 weeks ago. I'm curious to see if you're at the same standpoint right now. But let's go 3-1. I want you to give yours, then we'll go Bree, then I'll go. Give us your top 3 for NFL MVP as of right now. We know it's fluid.
All right. So number 3, I got Derrick Henry. And I will give a hint. He's the only Raven on this list. I don't have Lamar on it. I just think Derrick Henry has a bigger impact right now than Lamar.
Okay.
Of course, he's like second in rushing yards, second in carries, 13 touchdowns. That's first among the backs. And it's just the games they've lost 4 of them. He's had less than 18 carries. So he just, whenever they lose, they don't give him the ball. And whenever they win, he usually gets the amount of carries he needs.
Yep.
And Lamar, in the games they lose, he's just doesn't seem to play the same in the pressure situations, I think. Even though he has had a great statistical year, the pressure games, he's not quite as good in those as he was last year. And their record isn't quite the same. So, yeah, I got Derrick Henry there.
All right.
And number 2, I got Josh Allen.
Okay.
They're arguably the best team in the AFC. Beat the Chiefs. He's really shown all he can do, how much he means to the team, because they lost Diggs. And he's throwing to Shakir and Curtis Samuel and sometimes Amari Cooper. And he's just shown his value, how valuable he is to them. And and gotta have him number 2.
Okay.
And number 1, I got Saquon Barkley. Last year they didn't quite have that it factor last year. They seemed to always just fall short last year. And this year with Saquon, they seem like a completely different team.
Wow.
Getting 250 rushing yards,
a
few touchdowns.
Was big.
That's pretty big. And just his impact, he's made them a Super Bowl contender again. So I gotta have him number 1.
Saquon. Now, did you have Saquon on your list last time? I think you did.
I think I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He still has 10 touchdowns with the whole.
He does.
Hurts taking his rushing.
That's right. Hurts is taking a lot of touchdowns. So
If it wasn't for that, he'd probably have like 20 touchdowns.
Now, do you think they'll actually give it to a running back because it's become a QB award?
I think they would this year because of how big the running backs have been. Because the receiving numbers haven't quite been what they've been. The quarterback numbers. You have Burrow, but his team is bad.
Right.
And you really haven't. And you have Lamar, who hasn't quite played that great in the pressure situations. So I think the running backs been playing great this year. I think they'd give it to a running back.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good list. 3-1 there. No Lamar. That's interesting because you had, before we give it to Bree, you had Lamar on your list last time.
Yeah. I had him at 1.
You had him 1. He's fallen off. And then I said, okay, at what point is he ineligible for the award? So we had some debate on that, but we won't get into that right now. So that's your top 3. All right. Bryanna, let's hear your top 3-1 for NFL MVP.
Yeah, so my 3 would have to be Barkley. He's 3 because, like Diego said, he's really helping the Eagles, and he has a lot of rushing yards and a lot of touchdowns to make that team known to go to playoffs and do really well. My second would have to be Josh Allen, just because, he has a lot of yards this season, over 2,000. He has 18 touchdowns already this season, which I think is phenomenal. They beat the Chiefs, and the refs didn't even help. So, I feel like he would be second because he's really good, and he knows how to get out of the pocket. He knows where to throw it. He knows where all of his players are, and I think number 1 would probably have to be Lamar, just because he also has a lot of yards. He has 3,000 yards so far. He has 27 touchdowns this season. So, I feel like he's a really good, contender. So.
Yeah, he is. Okay. Now, so I've got to ask you the follow-up that I asked Diego and Chris last time. So Lamar, number 1, still putting up big numbers. I think the game this week is going to be huge to determine, if you say, because if he beats the Eagles, that'll help him a lot. So, and then again, if the Eagles win, that'll help Saquon a lot. So that's going to be a big one. But let's say the Ravens don't make it to the Super Bowl, not even win, but don't make it to the Super Bowl next year. And this year, and we go into next year, and Lamar's doing the same thing. He has even better stats. At that point, would you consider him ineligible, or do you say, hey, it's a regular season award, it doesn't matter how many times he wins it, I'm not going to factor the playoffs in at all? What's your take on that going into next season?
I think he'd definitely be ineligible, because if he does the same thing every season but can't
Mhm.
execute it, then I think it's done.
Okay. All right. Yeah. They're definitely curious. I like to hear everyone's threshold on that to see, okay, how many is too many. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna give you my top 3. It's very similar to about 2 weeks ago, and my first one's very controversial. I think you both may definitely disagree, and most of the audience, but that's okay. This is my list, so it's my top 3. All right. So at number 3, I've got Tua. At number 3.
This is definitely your list.
This is definitely my that's a very nice way to put it. I love that. So again, with Tua, I say now, do I think Tua is top 3 in players in the NFL? No. But if I'm going by most valuable, tell me 3 players that are more valuable to their team than Tua. I think we've seen, based on this season, how awful they look when he was not there. And now they couldn't even run the ball when he wasn't there.
Right.
Now they've got their swagger back. Tyreek Hill has been found. Again, he's out of witness protection. He was in witness protection with Dez when Dez was losing to us every week. So, now they're kind of looking like themselves, and there's a chance they might get back into the playoff race. So that's why I've got Tua. No, that's a controversial one, but I've got Tua from the value that he's bringing. All right. Number 2, I've got Saquon Barkley. There, he's new on my list. I had Derrick Henry on my list a couple weeks ago, but I've had to go ahead and put Saquon in that spot. Self-explanatory. He's playing great. They look like a totally different team based on where they were at the end of last season to now. So it's looking good. Can't wait to see that showdown with the Ravens. And number 1, still like I had 2 weeks ago, I've got Josh Allen. Playing great. I feel that the Bills are the best team in the AFC. As I've been saying for a while.
Best. Yeah, I think they're best. Of course, the Chiefs got the refs, but best pure team in the NFL. In the AFC is the Bills.
Diego, I think because we know how you hold grudges, I think you're going to be more on this Chiefs refs thing based on the Panthers losing to them. I think that's going to go ahead and add to that grudge there. All right. So thanks for all the comments too. Love the comments there. All right. So I think that concludes our MVP. Let us know who your MVP is right now. We know that's a fluid list, but that's a very fun discussion to talk about as we go. We still have about 5 weeks left. All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic. We've got the Washington Commanders. When a couple weeks into the season, everyone was saying Jaden Daniels should have been the number 1 pick. He looked like they were even putting him in the MVP consideration. We're looking fantastic. And then when they had that Hail Mary to beat the Bears, it still didn't raise a lot of eyebrows as far as the Commanders slipping. It just raised the legend of Jaden Daniels even more.
He's in the Hall of Fame. Right. He's got that. That's the memorial in the Hall of Fame.
That's right. But now, the losses seem that they're stacking on top of each other a little bit. And I'm wondering, Diego has, of course, not us. We would never overreact. So I know we didn't overreact on this, but did everybody else overreact on this, Diego?
People overreact, especially my Commander fans. Shout out to Kingston, Shiven, and all of them.
Yeah,
they definitely overreacted. So they lost. Of course, they won to the Bears, but they needed a Hail Mary, and the Bears aren't really a great team. And of course, losing to the Cowboys and I forget who else they lose to. But the Cowboys, just the Cowboys alone, that was
at home.
Loss. Losing 3 in a row, I think. Yeah,
that's bad, y'all. That's bad. And it's fun because I was in a meeting a couple weeks ago with some Commander fans, and they were just so happy. Like, man, we're just happy that we're relevant again, and just the excitement was through the roof. And now, I'm sure that starting to kind of come down a little bit. But follow-up question, and we've got to get Bree's take on this. Will the Commanders make the playoffs?
I still think they will, because their schedule is still pretty light.
Okay.
They got that game against the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah,
but
it will be.
All the other games got the Saints, the Titans, the Cowboys again. Yeah. I still think they'll slip in.
Okay, still think they slip in. Okay, Bree, how about you? Of course, not us. We know you didn't overreact, but did the rest of the world overreact on the Commanders?
Yeah, I do, because they haven't beat the Ravens or the Eagles or, the Steelers or any of those teams. And so I feel like if they did beat any of those teams, then they probably would have stayed more relevant, because it shows that they're good enough to beat those good teams. And they have. So.
Okay. So will they make the playoffs?
I think it's going to be close if they do, but right now I'm saying no.
Okay, you're saying no. Yeah, Bree, I agree with you. And if the season ended today, I believe they would be in the playoffs. However, if you look at their schedule, although it's not super strong, I think they've lost a lot of momentum. I think other teams are seeing the formula to beat them. And another thing here, Bree, you'll be able to speak to this. Their coordinator, the offensive coordinator for them, happens to be Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Kingsbury, natural light guy in Arizona. Looked like he had a really nice place there in Arizona. But now he's an offensive coordinator, and he has a history of starting out strong, starting out fast, and then kind of fades to the end, as I know you can speak to probably better than anybody.
Yeah.
So I think that is also a concern with them right now, is other teams kind of knowing the playbook on them.
I think so. At least the good news is they got the Titans next week. So
That should be easy for them.
Perfect bounce back game.
All right. Yes, perfect bounce back game. All right. Okay. So we touched on that. So let's move on to our next topic, because we want to get to these picks here soon and see what else we can raise here. But QB draft do-over. Okay. First with the QBs, because we've got Bo Nix playing great. Jaden Daniels was up, slipping a little bit. Caleb has had a couple of strong games, but with all the hype that he came in with, definitely doesn't look like he's played up to what people thought he would play at. Thanks for the comment, Brandon, on that. But who, Diego, is playing the best, and then who would you draft number one right now if you had a draft do-over? So why don't you answer both of those for us?
I still think Jaden Daniels playing the best. Well, not over the last 3 weeks, but if you go over the whole season, I think you say Jaden, because of how bad they were the year before. They were 4-13, or 3-14, or something like that, something in that realm. But now being 7-5 and then contending for a playoff spot, and really him being the only offensive piece they added is pretty big. Yeah. So I think how valuable he is, that definitely makes him the best QB, and the guy draft number one again. So because of his impact.
Okay, and you would draft number one. Okay. Now who did you think should have been drafted number one, before? If you were to go back, did you have a thought?
I said Caleb.
You said Caleb. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So based on what you've seen, you would draft Jaden. Okay. All right. Okay. Good take. How about you, Bree?
Yeah, so I think Bo Nix is playing really well. He already has 16 touchdowns. For a rookie, I feel like that's pretty good. He has over 2,000 yards also. So, and his completion rate is really good, but I still think Jaden Daniels wins. Jaden Daniels has less touchdowns, but he has a better completion rate and he has better yards. So I think Jaden Daniels is definitely playing the best, and I think I'd pick him first in the draft.
Pick him first in the draft. Okay. And before the draft happened, do you remember who you had then as your number one QB coming in? Who would you have drafted?
Jaden.
Okay. You were Jaden back then. All right. Yeah. So not many were saying. I mean, there were some. He definitely had a big following, but the consensus was definitely Caleb. And I know I was saying Caleb. Before the draft. Man, that's so tough. I would say I'm gonna go ahead and say Nix has played the best. Now, a lot of that I feel is due to Sean Payton. It's just the perfect fit. Sean Payton clearly wanted him. Bo Nix has more experience and has played well, especially especially as the season has gone on. So I'm gonna go Bo Nix. As far as who I draft, I'm gonna still say Caleb. I would still today probably go Caleb. I worry about Jaden Daniels staying healthy. Is my only concern with him. He's little thin. He's already had, already kind of had the rib injury and whatnot. So I would still probably go Caleb, but that's not a very I'm not saying that boldly. But that's who I would go with right now. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let us know who you would pick right now in the draft for QBs. We'd love to get your takes on that and let us know. All right. So let's get into week 13. So we have 16 games this week, but there's 11 that we agree on and then 5 that we disagree. We like to affectionately call those our island games. All right, so we'll get into those. Brandon said Broncos currently a wild card team as well and trust them enough to win a playoff game. Okay, all right, Brandon. Yeah, we'll see. That's
I don't know about that.
It's going to be a fight for that last spot or two because you've got some AFC teams ascending that are coming in. I mean, if the Bengals win this week, they'll have a sliver of hope. You've got the Dolphins. It's going to be interesting. No. But the Broncos have that cushion. So it'll be interesting to see. But Diego, kick us off, man, with our no-brainers. Who we got?
All right, we got the game today. Chicago Bears and Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions, 10-point favorite. We all got Detroit in this one. 10-point favorite. Bears are kind of slipping right now. And Detroit, they're looking like the best team in the league. So, yeah, we got them.
They're definitely looking like that. Now, do they cover the spread?
That's me.
Yeah,
I actually don't think so. I don't think so. I think since the way the Bears are kind of trending right now, losing all these close games, I think they're gonna lose another close one, probably by 3 or maybe even like 1 or something. Really close game comes down to the wire.
Okay, what do you think about them covering the spread, Bree?
Yeah, I think it's pretty accurate. I think the Lions are still gonna win by like a lot, maybe. So maybe like. Probably, I think, but
all right. I like that. So for this game, we'll put a little something on this by this being the first game off the bat. So we're already at 2 for our cause. If the Lions win, that's an extra 50. Okay, so that should be easy money. But if they cover the spread, that's another 50. That's 50-point bonus. So we could be up to 3 based on this Lions game. So off the bat, we'll know where we are with that one. All right. Okay. What's the next one?
All right. Next game, we got the Giants going to Dallas to play the Cowboys also today. And we all got the Cowboys in this one.
Yeah, we do.
We all got the Cowboys. This is a rare occasion. And I mean they do seem to play well on Thanksgiving. And the Giants, they're 2-9 and they don't have Daniel Jones or DeVito, their backup. Yeah. So it's going to be really rough for them. And I think the Cowboys win this one.
Yeah, both teams aren't very good right now. So
yeah, it is tough. I think Cooper Rush is finding his form a little bit. He was definitely rusty when he first, he hadn't played in a while. He admitted that. So, and as long as CeeDee Lamb is still there, and the Giants are just in a total free fall, so they should be bad enough to where the Cowboys are able to get this one at home. Might be one of their last wins here, but they got that perfect Thanksgiving game for them. All right. So what's our next one?
All right, next game is the Vegas Raiders traveling to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, and we all got the Chiefs in this one. It's a 12-point favorite. Wow, yeah, that's a lot. It's they're at home. It's Friday game. Should be hype. But the Raiders do play well against the Chiefs usually, so I don't know if they'll cover. I don't know if Kansas City will cover the spread.
Yeah, it's tough. All right. Do you think? What do you think, Bree? We know you've got the Chiefs. Do they cover that 12-point spread?
I mean, I think it'll be close, but I really don't think that the Raiders are good enough to compete with them. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Raiders. Yeah. They're free falling, man. So that's gonna be tough. They'll be in Kansas City as well. Yeah.
They seem to always be hype when they play them.
Yeah. Maybe Kelsey will catch the pass longer than 5 yards, and we'll see what happens there. All right. All right. What's our next one, Diego?
Next game is the Texans traveling to Jacksonville to play the Jags. And we all got Houston this one. I mean, the Jags, they haven't been playing that well. And Houston, they lost. They're looking to stay in the win get a win. I should say. Yeah.
Okay.
Get back on track.
Yeah. Texans in this one. This is a no-brainer. All right. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, Josh. Appreciate you, man. Okay. All right. What's the next one? Oh, yeah. I'm shocked by this one. But yeah. Take this
next one is the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Minnesota to play the Vikings.
Yes.
And we all got the Vikings in this one.
Yeah. We all have the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are 9-2
Yes.
and at home. So, we're going with them.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me take this off of here. We got to get Bree closer here. So Bree, we know, Cardinals are your team, but it sounds like, you have different types of fans. So you have delusional fans, and then you have fans that are more realistic, and then some that maybe even are harder on their team. So, it depends. So where would you rank how you are towards the Cardinals?
Yeah, definitely not delusional, because as a Cardinals fan for years, it's been terrible. So, it's Vikings. They're really good this year. I feel like, well, they're better, but I don't know. I just really think that the Cardinals aren't going to win this one, unfortunately. But they were playing good with Kyler Murray in the beginning, and then it's kind of went downhill as it does every year. So
that is true. That they've had that tendency. They start fast and slide. Even with the new regime, we're starting to see that. Happy that it looks like Kyler has fully recovered from that injury. Still has his burst. He's taking those tiny steps, but taking them very fastly and scattering wherever he needs to go.
So, they do play well in division games, though. So they may win division.
Where
the Niners are slipping.
Because now I think they're like in a tiebreak with Seattle.
They are.
Seattle.
Okay. All right. We'll see how that shakes out. Okay. Well, we've all got the Vikings in that one. Okay. What's the next one?
Our next one, we got the Colts traveling to New England to play the Patriots, and we all got the Colts in this one. The Patriots aren't looking good. Drake May seems to be slipping a little bit, and the Colts, they're coming off a loss to Detroit. So this would be an easy one for them. And,
can't fault them for that.
Yeah.
All right. Colts will win. We've all got that. They're 2.5-point favorite on the road. Okay. All right. What's the next one?
All right. Next one, we got Seahawks traveling to New York, play the Jets. We got Seattle on this one. The Jets just I don't like picking the Jets. They keep letting me down. So I decided to stop picking them.
Yeah. And the Seahawks, they're a good team. They always have been. So I feel like, and the Jets, they're kind of not really doing what they need to do. So
they definitely aren't. So with Aaron Rodgers, they've let the GM go, let the coach go, let everybody go. Do you see Aaron Rodgers landing anywhere next year? Do you think this might be it for Aaron Rodgers?
Done. Yeah. It's kind of been like that for a little bit now. So
I don't think anyone's gonna want him next year. Like I don't know who would want to pick him up.
I don't know who would want to deal with that. So
I don't think he's gonna want to retire, but I think he'll try to make it like he wanted to. Right, in some way. That's how he is.
Rodgers, if nothing else, is very clever, so he'll definitely come up with a way to spin it. Make it look like it was his decision for sure. Okay. All right. What's the next one?
Our next game, we got the Titans. You're traveling to Washington to play the Commanders.
Oof.
And we got the Commanders in this one. Tennessee, they're coming off that win against Houston, so that was good for them. But the Commanders have lost 3 in a row, and they're looking to get back on track. So we're all going with them.
Yep.
Yeah. This is interesting. I mean, they are a big favorite, but man, I don't think it's a total no-brainer, because the way the Titans look now, maybe the Titans have a letdown from coming off and having the win against Houston, or again, as you like to say, Houston is just not that team this year.
Yeah,
I
think
think that's a little
CJ's
Panther hate there, but yeah, but yeah, this will be interesting. The Commanders have to win this.
Yeah, they do.
Because man, if they don't win this one, then
and they're at home again. They're always at home. I don't know why. But
it does seem like they're always at home. All right. Okay, so yeah, and it looks like most of the audience has the Commanders in this one. So we'll see if people start jumping off if there's a surprise. Okay, what's our next one?
Next one, we got the Rams traveling to New Orleans to play the Saints. And we all got the Rams in this one. The Saints, they're a little got some. I mean, the Saints have dealing with a few injuries. They got Chris Olave, top receiver, out. A few other guys been banged up, but the Rams, they're getting healthy now. They got Kupp and Puka back, and so I think they're gonna pull it out.
Yeah, the Rams still aren't 100% where they should be, but I feel like they're definitely gonna pull some strings, get that win because at the end of the day, the Rams are good, and with their quarterback Matthew Stafford, so
that definitely. Yeah, I think the Rams, and they're in the hunt for, they can still get into the playoffs. They have a ton to play for. Saints really don't have a lot. I mean, Saints are at home, but I think the Rams still have enough to pull this one off. All right. Oh man. Okay. What's
the Sunday night game? We got the 49ers traveling to Buffalo to play the Bills.
Ooh.
And we all got the Bills in this one. This is easy. The Niners just haven't been playing good. Purdy's been banged up. McCaffrey, he's come back, but he hasn't looked quite the same. And a lot of the receivers are hurt. And Buffalo is arguably the best team in the AFC. So and I think with how good the Niners have been over the last few years, a lot of teams are really wanting to beat them down, especially.
That's true. Yeah, it is in Buffalo's primetime game. They'll be amped up. Yeah, definitely a good one.
Yeah.
All right. What's our last one?
And next one, we got the Monday night game. The Cleveland Browns traveling to Denver to play the Broncos, and we all got the Broncos. Bo Nix, he's hot right now. Put a few good games together, and I'm going with them at home in altitude.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, Bo Nix is really just pulling it together for them. So.
Yeah, he definitely is. Jameis Winston has stepped in and definitely played better than Watson. They've gotten a couple of surprise wins, but still don't think that's enough to go in mile high and hang with them. So see Summer giving the thumbs down in the backstage. So he's a huge Seminole Winston fan. So can't say nothing to her about Jameis Winston. All right. So let's go to the next one. Now we're on our island games here. And so we got 5 island games, 5 games that we disagree on. Diego, doesn't look like you have any island games, man. You playing it safe?
I got such a big lead. I didn't feel like it was necessary to have these crazy picks like you. So
really?
I'm just chilling.
Great.
Okay. Maybe let you get 1 or 2 a week, and then take it down to the wire, and then.
Really? Okay. That's your strategy.
That might be my strategy.
All right. Okay, that's your strategy. We'll see how that pans out. Well, I'm on the island for 3. We'll start with my 3 island games, and then we'll finish up with Bree's 2 island games, where we'll have a lot on the line for those. But let's go ahead and start. So we have the Miami Dolphins tonight are traveling to Green Bay to play the Packers. Green Bay is a 3.5-point favorite, and I'm going against the grain. Yeah, they don't. Brandon, you are right. They do hate to play in the cold, but Miami desperately needs this game if they're going to have any chance to get into the playoffs. Tua is playing very well. That team has been resurrected, and think they're going to go in there and get a surprise win. And this will be one that'll be blasted all throughout our Instagram on me being right. That's my take.
I saw something. He's like 0-6 in games under 47 degrees, and it's going to be like 26. It's going to be cold down there. Yeah, and he's never played good in cold weather games. So yeah, I wouldn't bet on that.
I think he got some good practice. In Kansas City, Kansas City the other year, and they
30.
They did lose a lot, but I think that got him. You have to be in that element before you can succeed. So I think he's been in that element, and he's gonna pull it off. But Bree, who you got in this one?
Yeah, so I have the Falcons over the Chargers.
I'm sorry, we're on the Dolphins Packers.
My bad. Yeah.
No, it's all good.
So yeah, I do have the Dolphins because I don't know, the Packers are just really not doing it for me or like at all. I don't know. And like you said, Tua, he's back. You know, he's figuring it out.
Yes.
Hopefully he'll get it done. So
Yes. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Rissy. So Breeze, come on to this side.
I am on an island.
You are actually on the island. So Breeze is now with the Dolphins. You're on the island.
All right.
You got the island game. And but that's
Nice.
gonna hurt though. That's gonna hurt for you to lose that. So
I'm not losing.
So when y'all are definitely, in a coma from all your food and whatnot, think of Diego losing tonight on this one. All right. And Josh, I saw your comment there about me being wrong. I saw that. I don't appreciate that, Josh. All right. Okay. So let's get to the next one here. The next game that we're going to talk about, there's another island game. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. The Bengals, wow. I looked at this 3 or 4 times. The Bengals are a 3-point favorite. Which I was surprised by. Now I'm picking the Bengals, so I think I'm on an island on this one, but I'm surprised that the Steelers are not the favorite. I'm going with the Bengals, man, one last time. I feel like I keep saying it every week. This is a game that they have to win. They have to win. I mean, but the Steelers are strong. But the Bengals have lost so many close games, there that defense has let them down, but I think they find some kind of way to pull this one off and continue to have some hope this year. What do you think, Diego, on the Steelers?
Man, the Bengals let me down so many times this year. I picked them about 5 times and said they have to win this game. They have to win this game. They keep letting me down.
Yeah.
That awful defense keeps letting me down.
Yeah.
No matter how good Joe Burrow plays, Jamar Chase plays, they just can't do it. So I'm not picking them again. I just can't do it.
Just can't do it.
See, I stopped picking the Jets a few weeks ago, and now my picks have been going up.
And that has helped you. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, Bryanna, how about you?
Yeah, I think the Steelers are definitely gonna do it for me. The Bengals, if they can't win close games, then they probably shouldn't win at all. I don't know. I mean, that's just really how I see it. They don't really execute well enough. So yeah.
Yeah, they have not been executing at the end, either kicking game or something.
Yeah,
something happens. It's just they're kind of finding a way to lose every week. But I'm gonna go with them one last time. So I'm on an island for this one. So you're on an island with the Packers. I'm on an island with the Bengals. And then, we've got one more island game before we get to Breeze 2 island games. We've got the Tampa Bay Bucks. So I feel really good about this one.
Really?
Traveling to Carolina, our hometown, to play the Panthers. The Tampa Bay Bucks are a 6-point favorite.
No, that's a lot.
Yeah. And I've got the Tampa Bay Bucks. This is the Baker revenge game. Baker goes in there, shows them why they messed up. Oh, man, Baker's going to lose his mind. He's going to be headbutting, chest bumping, everything, talking trash, pointing to the into the crowd. There's going to be a sea of I don't know what color. They got a bunch of different colors with Tampa Bay, but
like red and orange.
A sea of red and orange into the crowd with the Bucks, and they get this one, Diego. But you're the ultimate Panther homer. Tell us why you're going with the Panthers, even though they're coming off that loss.
I'm going with the Panthers because they look great against the Chiefs. Chiefs are arguably the best defense in the league, and Bryce is just throwing dots everywhere. Just go routes, slant routes, out routes, everything. He was just like completing it, just making great throws. And even he had some that our receivers dropped. If you go back, you see Leggett, he dropped a wide open go route, and a few other touchdowns that were dropped. And our starting tight end got injured that game, so that might have affected the final score.
I'm gonna have to.
But anyway, I'm going with them. Bryce looking great. Chuba's looking great in the backfield. Our receivers are okay sometimes, and our defense is getting better because we're getting healthier. So, I just think it's all coming together at the end.
All coming together.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All coming together. All right. Now, Bree, I understand you have the Panthers in this one. Give us your take on this one, please.
Yeah, like Diego said, after the Chiefs game, I feel like they're finally realizing what they need to play for, and that's to go to the playoffs. And so I think this game, I think they're actually going to really try and pull it together, hopefully. So,
All right. All right, man. Hey, well, we got a lot of folks that definitely are seeing the good in the Panthers between you, Bree, and Christopher Davis. Jalen, yeah. So a lot of people see what. Now I will say, although nationally they just trounce on the Panthers for sure, but they are building a really good foundation. They do have some pieces, and they're building for a bright future down the road. Again, a lot of people, unless you really follow the Panthers, you just they're kind of a laughing stock, but they are building something there. But I say all that with Baker coming in town. Oh man, that's not a
no one's scared of Baker.
Not a problem
Nobody's
that I
scared
think
of
you
Baker.
won on Thanksgiving weekend. All right, we'll see.
I'll take that problem.
You'll take. All right, okay. So we've got 2 more games to touch on, and then we'll cover the Lions before we get on out of here and enjoy our Thanksgiving. Thanks for checking us out and sharing your Thanksgiving morning with us, everybody. So before we get to these 2 island games, we're gonna have a little something on the line here to help out our cause. Bree, why don't you tell us one more time for those that may have joined us a little later, who are we playing for this week?
Yeah, so we're playing for Paz de Cristo. It's a Christian-based shelter here in Arizona, and they help feed the homeless. They shelter them, they clothe them. Don't know if I said that. And they give them jobs, and they help them get on their feet, essentially. And they've helped over 22,000 people, so it's a really good cause.
All right. Yeah, that's right. I love highlighting causes, especially causes that people have never heard of. This is by us being on YouTube, and people can tune in from all over the world. There's so many causes like this that do such amazing work that we don't know about. So let's definitely support them. The website is below. Let's support them. And we are during this Thanksgiving holiday as well. So again, 200's already established based on the Lions game. There's another 100 on the line, 50 if the Lions win, 50 if they cover the spread. Now, with your last 2 island games, Bree, if you hit, there's 100 per game on the line for each of these. So first one, we've got the LA Chargers. They're traveling to Atlanta. Chargers are a 1.5 point favorite. Tell us who you got in this one and why.
Yeah, so I have the Falcons. Deep down, that is a team that I love. I just keep it hidden, I'm
okay.
born in Georgia, so I feel like I really gotta support them, But at the end of the day, like Kirk Cousins is really good. Drake London has been really good. They lead the NFC South right now, so I feel like they're just better. I don't know. I don't really. Yeah, I mean that's about it. And they're 5th overall for passing yards right now, so I feel like that's a really good combination, and I think they can really pull out this win right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they are tops in their division. Kirk has been playing well. Did he throw for 500 for one game?
He did, yeah.
That's
a few weeks
crazy.
About a month ago.
That's crazy. Coming off of an
really
Achilles injury, his mid-30s. Again, we mentioned before, he's got the best agent in the history of sports, and apparently has one of the best doctors. So, yeah, he definitely
I think the
is.
Panthers might be coming for that NFC South.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. So who you got, Diego?
Yeah, I got the Chargers. I just like how they're playing this year. I think the defense, they're more physical this year than they've ever been. I think like their defense, they're hitting hard. Their O-line's really strong, running game. Justin Herbert has been playing well. He's only thrown, I think, about like 2 interceptions this year. Play really clean football.
He's playing clean.
He's just been doing what he needs to do, managing the game, not doing anything crazy. And I'm going with them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers as well. But it's tough. I mean, the Falcons, be at home, holiday weekend. They play well there. The Mercedes-Benz Dome will be jumping for sure, and they definitely want to get there. And I think Cousins is due for another good game. So this will be tight. As we see, the spread is only 1.5 points. So this will be a good one. So yeah, a lot of folks will be rooting for the Falcons on your behalf, Bree, to see if we can to raise some more funds. So all right. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on this Sunday matchup. And then we've got one more. Oh man, this is going to be such a good one. The Eagles, Ravens. I'm sure we all went back and forth on this one a bit, but you settled on being on the island for this one, Bree. The Ravens are a 3-point favorite. I'm kind of a little surprised by that. I think maybe because they're at home, but I believe you have the Eagles in this one.
Yes, I do, and I think it's really close. Those teams are both really, really good, and they know how to play well and everything. But the Eagles, they have Barkley. I mean, he's incredible, and I think, and Jalen Hurts, he's amazing quarterback. But also with the Ravens, Lamar Jackson's really good, and he's been playing for a long time, so he knows how to execute. But at the end of the day, I think the Eagles are gonna pull out the win.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going with the Ravens. They're at home. They're 8-4, have a solid record, but I think this game will really solidify them just in the public's eye, and then them in their division and conference, because they got the Steelers that are 8-3. They're 1 game ahead of them. This would help them out and give them a better shot at winning the division. Yeah, and I think they just need it, and they're gonna pull it out.
So with this one, Bryanna, the Ravens, I know you have Lamar number 1 in your MVP race right now, but if the Eagles win this, as you predict, do you think this will then shift the MVP race, at least for now?
Yeah, I think for sure, because if they can't beat the Eagles, then are they good enough to compete, and is Lamar good enough to have that opportunity to be an MVP? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we definitely will. Yeah, this is possibly the game of the week here. Yeah. All right. Well, we've got one more topic, and we're going to get you out of here on this one, Bree. We know you are a Lions fan, and again, we've got a lot of Lions fans here on the as part of the audience, and there's folks that just follow Pick'em Pros. So, man, the Lions. I mean, I feel that they really let one go last year. That game against the Niners, we all know, what happened with that. Would have loved to have seen them face the Chiefs and see what would have happened. But this year, they picked up right where they left off with that magical playoff run, and are not just beating teams, but beating them handily. Yeah, scoring in all types of ways. Just the offensive coordinator is doing a phenomenal job. They lost Hutch, but hope he gets back soon and has a full recovery more than anything. But as a team, they haven't missed a beat. They've continued to plug along. They are so deep. Can anybody beat the Lions?
I'd like to say no, but at the end of the day, maybe the Chiefs or maybe the Bills, or but I think right now, definitely today at least, it's going to be iffy on this game against the Bears, because the Lions, they haven't won a Thanksgiving game since 2016 against the Vikings. So they're never really good on Thanksgiving, and Montgomery and St. Brown are questionable right now, and we won't find out for a little bit if they're playing or not. So if they don't have them, I feel like it might Bears might win that. So I guess we'll have to find out. But
okay. Yeah, that's a great stat there. What's your take on the Lions just overall? Can anybody beat them, Diego?
I think the only team that can beat them is the Chiefs, just because the experience they have and all that. But I don't think the Bills can beat them. The Ravens, Eagles, whoever. I don't think any of those teams. I think the only team is the Chiefs, just because of their experience. But I think. Yeah,
our team is the Chiefs. So I'm looking at their schedule. They've got the Bills week 15. So that'll be very interesting.
Yeah, that's
for sure. And then they've got the Vikings week 18, which I think they can. I mean, they've already, beat the Vikings this year. I believe that was on the road. But they might lose that one just from a technicality because they may have everything locked up.
Right.
So, that really doesn't count. But
the division still is close because the Vikings are 9-2.
Just one game.
So,
game back. One game back.
And the Vikings have an easy schedule. So
So if the Vikings continue to put wins together, we'll see what happens there. But so Brandon says, Chiefs, Eagles, Bills are teams that can beat the Lions. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. So Bree, Super Bowl. We'll finish on this. Who do you have as of right now facing off in the Super Bowl, and who do you have winning it?
Yeah, so for sure the Lions. They're surprising everybody. I mean, it's no surprise that they're good, or they've been good last year, but I feel like this year they're even better. And with Hutch being out, we're still having great defense, and so and I think it might have to be Lions Bills maybe. Yeah, but if that happens, I think the Lions are going to win it. So I think so. Diego, do you still have? You had Lions Chiefs.
I did. Yeah, I had the Chiefs winning, but I think the Lions are going to win.
Okay.
Now. Yeah, I think they're going to go, and I think they're going to beat the Chiefs by a field goal.
Okay.
They have them be the ones to beat the Chiefs by field goal. I think that would be good. That would be nice.
That would be something.
Yeah.
Okay. Kaylee says, Lions are going to win. Yeah. That's interesting. Now, typically, just as I look in history, teams that win, Patriots might be the exception of this, but teams that tend to squeak out wins a lot, they continue to do it, and then all of a sudden they lose one in that fashion, and it kind of goes the other way. I remember the Steelers used to, in their run, they used to win tight, and Ben Roethlisberger would just pull out the win no matter what. And then all of a sudden, I think it was against the Packers in the Super Bowl, they couldn't do it. And they never could quite get back to that. So I could see that happening with the Chiefs. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But I think the Lions right now are certainly looking like a juggernaut and looking like a team that is going to blow through. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bree, hey, your first podcast. We thank you for being on our show for that. We really appreciate that. We hope to be able to talk to you many, many more times, get your takes on all things sports. We are rooting for you through your career. We hope you're able to get into the program that you're aiming for. If there's anything that we can do to help with that, we're in your corner. No matter what, let's help. Let's continue to build great content and get you where you need to be, and we'll all continue to ascend together.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me to be on here with you guys.
You bet. Sounds great. All right. Well, we're going to get on out of here. We're going to play our outro, but we got to sign off as we always do with the long pick'em pros. All right. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And on 3, we're going to say long pick'em pros. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Pick'em pros.
We'll see you next time. Happy Thanksgiving.